I need a haircut. All right. So I was gonna do a review of Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee movie, um, but then I started thinking about Final Destination. Don't know why. And then I started thinking about how the fourth Final Destination movie is called The Final Destination, which is confusing because the first one's called Final Destination. So they just added a the, and then they called the fifth one Final Destination 5. So it's like Final Destination, Final Destination 2, Final Destination 3, the Final Destination, and then Final Destination 5. Like they really fucked that up, and that was getting me in a bad mood, I guess. But then I started thinking about how the last Final Destination movie, Final Destination 5, came up with a really great, fresh idea for a sequel, and then they just did nothing with that idea. So let me walk you through the Final Destination movies here. The first Final Destination, I enjoy that movie. I think it's a fun movie to watch with a group of friends. Some of my favorite types of movies to watch are movies that are like party movies where you can sit around with a bunch of your boys or your gals and you crack a few cold ones and you just shoot the shit while watching a movie. You know, sometimes it's fun to talk and yammer on during a movie if you've seen it before or if you're making fun of it or if you're having a laugh. You know, there's a difference in the viewing experience between watching something like Seven Samurai and Final Destination. They're completely different types of movies, and there's different types of viewing experiences you can have for them. And I think movies like Final Destination are great for having a laugh while watching. And then the second movie is like the first film, but bigger. I actually prefer the second movie to the first film. I think it's a little bit more wild. The opening scene is definitely crazy as shit, or the logs on the road. Man, I like that one. And then 3 and 4, I'm not actually all that fond of. I think 1 and 2 really succeeded in balancing out the comedy and the extreme deaths and having they paced themselves really well. Whereas the third and fourth movie, I don't know, like I don't hate those movies. I actually don't even mind the third one that much. I think it's okay. When I watched all those movies, I watched them all in a row with my roommates, and I remember 3 and 4 kind of dragged a bit for us. And then 5 comes out and introduces the idea that if you die, and this is how the Final Destination movies work, the characters avoid death, and then basically the embodiment of death is then out to get them to reclaim the lives that he's owed. And in the 5th movie, death lets them know that, hey, I want the life I'm owed. I'm death. I need that shit. But it doesn't have to be yours. You can kill somebody in exchange, which, in my opinion, was a really great idea that I think should have breathed new life into the franchise. Unfortunately, 5 would end up being the last one. Why do movies like Saw and Wrong Turn just get to keep pumping out sequels? But Final Destination stopped at 5, which I realize what I'm saying there. How come it stopped at 5 sequels? Not why didn't it keep going? And that's not a dig at Saw. It is a dig at Wrong Turn. I don't like those movies, but Saw is great, and I'm glad we keep on getting more Saw movies. I don't think, I don't have a problem with never-ending sequels as long as, I guess, they continue to be entertaining and they're not, like, taking away spots from other movies. I'm not a producer. I don't know how that works. I'm sure that there's an argument to be made about, oh, why do they keep pumping out the same garbage? It's, there's tons of great indie filmmakers out there who have really creative original ideas, but instead we keep on getting these shit sequels. I'm sure there's an argument to be made there, and, that's fair, I guess, but I'm a sucker for just watching the same thing over and over again. I love original films. I generally prefer an original film, but never-ending sequels can be fun as long as the movies stay fun. And I think the Final Destination movies started to drag a bit, like I said, in 3 and 4. But then 5 had this really great concept of killing people, adding murder to the mix. I would have loved to have seen more Final Destination movies where the characters were given this ultimatum of either you're going to die or you have to kill somebody. That would have been so cool. I would watch 8 more, I don't know, I would watch a couple more Final Destinations with that premise probably. 5's actually probably one of my favorites in the series. I might even prefer it to the first film if I'm being bold. It introduced such a a fun idea to a series that to the series, and I think it could have given it more legs to run on. All right, so that's my real quick rant. My real quick rant on the Final Destination movies, the shitty fourth movie title, and then the sequels that never were. Thanks for watching.